Good morning, noon, evening or night, depending when you're watching this video. My name is Legend and welcome back to World of Tanks and the NBTT'ay Replay series, where we feature the best of the replays of the NBTT clan. Most profoundly, the replay with the highest base XP of each patch. And today we are watching... Welcome. Oh, for crying out loud. Toby, I know you have the highest base XP in the Turtle Mark 1 again.
Dankjewel.
But I do remember saying in the last video that you're banned. So,
Okay.
fuck off. Moving towards the actual replay of this episode, we are watching It's Godly's in his T3485M. It's Godly's yet another player who has been banned from this series with a certain tank, the AMX 3057, but luckily none of that in this replay. Now he's playing quite the strong tier 6 medium. I believe this is next to the M6, the strongest tank on that particular tier. But in Paris he is going towards a further way forwards position. Does have a little bit of a doubt when crossing one of the avenues on Paris, going towards the middle. But well, if you doubt too much when crossing in a open, you're slowing yourself down and you risk of actually getting hit more often. So don't really doubt, either fully commit, keep your speed up, or don't commit at all. But in this position, way forward position under the bridge, It's Godly's is going to show you how effective he can be at focusing down the capolars. Because even though the T3485M is quite a strong tier 6, he is up against a couple of tier 7s. But when you know these weak spots, well, actual weak spots on these tier 7s, the capolars, well, you can see that this tank is still quite strong even against higher tiers. So making quick work, and when the WoT tank shows up, the same logic can be applied, and he is also targeting his cupola. And it doesn't take long before he already whittled down the IS for half of his hit points. And bit of a risky poke right there. I think the IS wanted to trade a bit, but well, luckily for It's Godly's, it went straight into his tracks. That the IS is being dealt with, he focuses back on the WoT tank. And while he's doing this, targeting the weak spots, he's actually keep moving his tanks, making it harder for the enemies to get a clear shot back at him. Because you see, at these close distances, it doesn't really matter if you have a little bit of bloom on your aim circle when you are moving, you still hit most of the time at these distances. And by doing this, you can allow some more maneuvering, making it harder for the enemies to hit you back. That way, well, he's just creating quite the graveyard here with 2 kills in a row. And now against the KV2, he is focusing down once again a weak spot, being that the front of the turret outside of the gun mantlet, which is just the flat front side of the turret. But well, the hull would also suffice. And by that, he has really amassed a graveyard right here. And he's just going to head forwards. He's still full health, which is also a very important thing to have. Could have taken one shot of the IS. If that would hit, he would be nearing half of his health. But it is also around this time that he finally switches back to AP rounds, which, well, could have been used against the weak cupola weak spots of those heavies, I believe. Let me check that in the editing and show it right here if it could be done. But It's Godly's was quite frantic of firing his APCR shot. And also right here, the first time that distance actually plays a role when doing this little back and forward maneuvering while firing. You see, at a certain distance it is quite hard to still hit your targets. So against the Basato, he quite rightly stands still and aims a bit. Of course, now it is completely safe to do that because everybody on this flank is dead. And while moving forwards, facing off against the SMV, he switches once again back to the APCR, even though he got the side of that tank, so again, not really that necessary. But well, it's better to be sure, and the more damage that can be confirmed, the better. And since Godley's only took his first shot of damage right now, he's still quite healthy and can be very aggressive in this final engagement. Going straight for the last few enemy tanks. Well, he might have done that better with ramming the Stir Emil to death and firing one extra shot at the Jackson, but he still was able to kill both of them, earning him the Top Gun with 6 kills. Well, quite a short battle, but what a powerful one in this short amount of time. He has done nearly 4,000 damage, getting 6 kills alongside with the Ace Tanker Award, the Levidos medal for killing multiple tanks of 1 tier higher in the medium tank, and the High Caliber, of course, for that crazy amount of damage on a tier 6. Which earns him 1827 base experience. However, the gold spam does show a little bit of its ugly face, because even with premium account he lost 30,000 credits on this battle. But I'm sure that with more conservative games he can earn that back quite fast. So you see, not even 5-minute game, and with some very interesting positioning and focus firing weak spots, those cupolars of the higher tier enemy heavy tanks, you can do a lot of damage in this short amount of time. Also keeping his HP up by going quickly back and forward in order to make himself as hard of a target to shoot back at. So I hope you picked up on these quite excellent marksman tricks that It's Godley's has shown here. That was it for this video, and I will see you next time. Laters!